Hi, welcome to our very first lab number 1, called Basic Concepts. The purpose of this video is really to talk a little bit about what you can expect from the lab and details that I think are important to know as we're just getting started. So let's talk about what you can expect in the labs. So each lab is a companion or corresponds to a lecture. So each lecture has a corresponding lab, and the labs are really designed to practice the procedures, the skills, the concepts that we learn in the lecture. And really focuses more on problem solving and applying the skills that we've learned within the lecture. So each lecture will have a corresponding lab where we do problem solving that is more guided to help us build and reinforce the skills that we've learned for that lecture. In terms of what we'll do, we'll be doing some by hand work. We'll also be using a statistical software called Jamovi, which we'll talk about in another video. And in some cases, we might use some online calculators to help us do problem solving. And we'll do all that applying, these problem, solving tools to some psychology examples. So we try to use some psychology examples. We might, answer some questions by hand. We might plug some data into Jamovi and compute some values and answer questions. And in some cases, we might use online calculators. In terms of the lab format, what you can expect is kind of like a guided problem solving. There's going to be a combination of short videos where I might introduce the problem and set up the learning check question that follows it, and then I'll recap what we just did. So it's really working through the problems in most cases to really sort of help reinforce applying the skills and then recapping how did we get to that answer. They are completely online, asynchronous, as we know, and designed to be completed step by step. One last thing I wanted to mention about the lab is the grading and attempts. So the labs are set to be unlimited attempts before the due date. So you can attempt it more than once to maximize your score, but you can also do it more than once if you want to watch the videos. But you have an unlimited number of times during the week. Your highest score of all attempts will be sort of reported in your grade book. And then full credit is earned through complete engagement in all lab components, which means watching the videos, answering the learning check questions. This is what you can expect in terms of grading and attempts. So that's a little bit about the labs. If you have questions, please let me know, and I will see you in our next video.